I'm in Jamaica. I miss you guys so much. Um, and listen, I'm going through my own metamorphosis. Okay, so I'm not being the lack of what do you call it? What do you call it? The lack of consistency. Okay, and yes, I have burns. I was cooking and it was a whole thing. The lack of consistency is for personal reasons, and don't worry, I am going to be back more regularly. I just had to work through some things personally. Guys, the retreats are now available. All right, www.queencup.ca, only at queencup.ca. You guys can register for 1 out of the 5 sessions. And if we don't get enough registrations, because we do have a minimum registration count for the sessions, and if we don't make the registration count, you will get an opportunity to either get a full refund or move to another session. So if you have any questions about registration or the dates or anything like that, you guys can call me. There's my number is on the website, and I can't wait to see you guys there. It is a more expanded experience. There's more spiritual aspects in it, and we also venture a little further. So we do a little bit more time on the road, but I promise you it's worth it because of where we're going. We venture through 4 different parishes, 2 of which they're all kind of on the same coastal line. But the one day when we go to St. Anne, St. Mary to do the White Fall tour, that is like a 2-hour drive, but I promise you it's worth it. Anyways, so excited. But yeah, there is a lot going on. I really don't know where to begin on a macro or a micro level, because there's things going on with everybody on an individual level, and then there's things that we're all energetically and in some way, shape, or form dealing with because of what's happening on a macro level. Remember, micro, you, macro, general, collective, right? Are the retreat something you're going to keep doing? Yes. Yes. Registration opens now, but the first retreat starts in February. So we have 1 in February, 2 run in March, and then 1 runs in April. Okay? So you guys go onto the website. That's the deposit. That deposit is applied to the overall cost of the retreat. And then you have 60 days from being invoiced to pay the retreat in full. Okay? And if you guys need more time and have paid your deposit and for some reason need more time, that's fine. But just know your deposit won't be refundable. It's non-refundable after 30 days. Anyways, we're going to pray. I do have a couple of downloads. You saw them in the title. I miss you guys so much. There's so much I want to get into, discuss. I feel emotional. I feel furious. I feel excited and liberated. I do believe, I just did a whole like hour video like for the Patreon about it, and I brought up what's going on in Palestine and in Israel, and like that war and what I feel it is spiritually. And I went on for like an hour and didn't even realize how much time went by, because I believe there's different ways you can look at what's going on the macro level. And I believe that we're experiencing the tower, and this is going to be the fall of many nations that have been in power. And I really feel that in the next couple of years, like we're talking 10, 15 years, which really isn't that long, we are going to live a very different reality here. Okay, what was once in power isn't going to be, and if it is, it's in a different way, different alliances. I believe we're experiencing the tower, and I believe that America, we're going to, and I'm talking about North, Central, South America, we are going to witness the fall of this nation in this lifetime, which is why we were channeling years ago the popularity of immigration, reverse immigration, whatever you want to call it, right? Reverse migration or whatever, where everyone, the hottest topic is going to be, where are you going to go? Because I don't know where I'm going to go, but I know I'm not going to fucking stay here. Okay? And I feel like as we become more conscious, right? Because this is what I believe this war is. It's to wipe out the younger generations, because the youth are the biggest threat to our oppressors. right? They thought they could trick us into believing that Jesus was going to literally reincarnate as one person, when I believe that the concept of that is what we are experiencing with the youth, which is Christ consciousness manifesting at a massive level. So instead of a handful of people having this consciousness, having to fight in the darkness, think of the yang with the white dot, and it going on to the reverse now. Because that's what's happening. The yin and yang will tell you the natural progression of what is to occur. And the youth coming up, this new generation here, they make the turn. We're talking going from having 1 million people with this consciousness 5,000 years ago to going to 2-3 billion people with this consciousness. Okay, this is going to wipe out slavery, oppression, a lot of the things that fucking ruin our lives, okay, make the futures not bright, make our present something we try to avoid, whether through many different means of coping. So what we're seeing, I believe, is the war on the youth. And so that's a whole other conversation topic that is linked in some other way. I just feel like there's a bigger conversation here, especially when we're talking about like the heinous war crimes that we're witnessing on the internet. I'm sorry to tell you this, but none of that is new. Those are old war tactics that have been used to wipe out billions of people in Africa over the course of hundreds of years. We didn't have internet back then. There's lots of also different reasons why we look at that differently. Okay? But there's a lot of things that I want to discuss and touch on, but we're going to do that at another live because it's not related to what's going on the micro level, which is what I want to tap into today. What's happening in the individual lives of each of you. Okay? So the smaller collective, the more micro collective is what I want to tap into right now, but we can talk about that. And we can talk about it on many different levels, which is what I hope we actually do, because this isn't new and these war crimes have been going on for a long time and it's very strategic. Okay? Even what we're seeing and the way it's being presented to us, especially children. What do you think a 12-year-old is going to think watching what they're seeing happening in another country? Children dying, hospitals being blown up, dead babies being hung to the news, pleading, begging. Those pleads and those begs are hundreds of years old and spread across many nations collective. So if we're really going to address what's happening in Palestine, unfortunately, it's bigger and worse than I think some of us can comprehend or are willing to look at or acknowledge or admit. So that's for another day. But to all the people who have died at the hands of the war criminals, may your deaths not be in vain, and may they be fuel for the revolutionary change, the peace, the freedom that we will attain. And as they reincarnate, they will have the best of what this life has to offer. No one, and I'm not talking about just in Palestine, I'm also talking about the billions of people in Africa who've died for us to have laptops and computers and oil and gas and all these things. Gold, silver, I mean, the list goes on. Anyways, collective, let's pray. Let's see what's going on. I was tapping into this very 10 ace energy, which is great. We've been working on this energy as a collective for years. So it just feels like there's a lot of traction going on karmically, where I feel like some of you guys are on a new timeline and you still somewhere inside of you think you can go back to something. For some of you, it's actually played out, that whole point of no return. For some of you, it's a relationship. There are certain things that occurred in the relationship where you're not accepting, you can't go back now. But there is going to be certain things that transpire that is going to get you to understand, oh wow, I already passed the point of no return. I can't go back to the way it was. I can't revisit that place. I can't go back to that means. Some of you guys thought that you had some kind of backup plan, but you've already reached a point of no return. So if your backup plan is over here and the point of no return is here, this backup plan is something you'll never ever use, never actually, because you've already passed the point of no return. That will never be somewhere you'll go again, or a means you'll make money from, or a person you'll ever date or be friends with. I was channeling over on Patreon this unknown last words. Some of you guys are experiencing and are going to realize this. Some of you guys, it's experiencing this in retrospect, where you're looking back and going, wow, I didn't realize that was going to be the last time I ever went somewhere. Thank you, Summer says, for the donation. I didn't realize that was going to be the last time I spoke to someone. The universe is asking for our love, our compassion on micro levels, because if we all do that on a micro level, it actually becomes a macro energy very quickly. And the world needs love. A lot of the war and the hatred and all of that needs to be counteracted energetically with our love. I kept channeling, the universe needs you. You, not the collective, you as an individual. EK, Asma, Virago, SSS, the universe needs you desperately at this time. Summer says, God knows the world needs you, Sistren, you powerful high priestess. Okay? Zodak, you done know. The world needs you and you know why, even if nobody else knows why. I'm in Jamaica, so you're going to hear like all kinds of shit, even if the rest of the world doesn't know why. The lighting is so bad. Like, I'm looking at myself in the camera, I'm like, the lighting is horrible. Anyway, I know I'm fucked up. I'm vain. My shadow just, hey, feeling it. Love seeing you in Jamaica. It's so beautiful. Yes, I want to actually, I leave in a couple of days, but I want to go live it's just hard because of sometimes these locations are hard to get like solid internet, but I just wanted to go live with you guys to show you some of the places we're going to go. Even if I record it and post it, and I have lots of recordings, but I just wanted to show you guys live. It's different when it's live. It's heavy. Red bone glistening by. Azaria, the world needs you too. Kim, Crystalline, hey Sistren. Oh hush, you shine. I love you, Sistren. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway. I'm digressing because I miss you guys and I want to just shoot the shit, but I actually have real fucking messages, man. Like, okay, I'm going to go back to what I was talking about. Another message that I have is this fine line between selflessness and selfishness. For some of you collective, your world is going to ask you to balance this out. And I don't care which side you're on. Some of you guys are very, very selfish. And it is a trauma response just as much as those of you that are selfless. And how much of a trauma response that actually is. Balancing out both of these energies is a reflection of healing collective. And some of you guys can feel the need to do that. You can feel the negative ramifications that your selfishness has, and you don't want these ramifications. You don't want these outcomes. You want to be less selfish, but you and your come up showed you that selfish is the only way to survive. Right? Selfless. Some of you guys, your self-worth is dependent on how you serve people and how they feel about you and quantify you in their life. How you serve them, what you're able to do for them, and you cater to that because that's how you grew up seeing love. As long as I love people, even at the expense of me, then whatever love they give it is worth it because I don't have love for myself. So your need for external love is going to be really, really desperate, which will get you to sacrifice yourself at the expense of other people. Got to do this for them so they don't stop loving me, when if you loved yourself, their love would seem minuscule and not worth the trouble. So balancing out the two, it's a reflection, in my opinion, of trauma either way. Not to say, because when you come from a balanced place, you'll always have a little bit of selflessness in your selfishness and a little bit of selfishness in your selflessness when you're in a healed place and you've balanced the two and you can work with both energies. But this message is for those of you that it's imbalanced. You struggle to work with another. You struggle to be selfish. You don't feel like you have the right. You don't feel entitled enough to do it, even if you attract pure people who are entitled and selfish and try to show you that you have every right to be that way. Aw, Brittany, Sistren, I miss you. Aw, thank you for your love and your support. A fellow high priestess. She has a wicked channel, guys. Go check it out. She's one of the most creative tarot readers on there. And I still need to talk to Brittany about how to do, like, I just want to do like the cool intros and the graphics and like whatever. My stoner ass is like out to fucking lunch. Anyway, I think you guys get the point. So the selfishness and selfishness, balance that out, collective, and watch how your quality of life increases, your anxiety goes down. Your relationships are more Six of Pentacles, so equal reciprocity energy, right? Where you feel like what you put in energetically, even if it's not identical in nature physically, energetically you get what you give. Okay? I miss you guys. Goddess Leia. The world needs all of you at this time. Your compassion, your love. Yeah, I was going down a whole other, so many messages. This is the problem that I find when I let it build up. Like I wait too long to come on with you guys. I just feel like there's too many messages. Like I don't know where to begin. They're all over the place. But whatever, we're just gonna go with the flow. But let's just pray, okay? Before we go any further. Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guides. Did we pray? No, we didn't, right? Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, and Guardian Angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning. Thank you for connecting with me every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate fully with the collective all the messages that are in your greatest good surrounding everything, abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to us, our personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guides, Guardian Angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular, all the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you, so glory be to the Most High, forever and ever, amen. I want to show you guys something, just a little side note. So I'm in Jamaica. I've been coming here like every 6 weeks, and I adopted this stray cat, okay? It was pregnant. It was coming around, and it had like, its fur was gone, and like I've fed it, and then I made the guy here feed it, like, while I was gone. All her fur came back, and she brought her baby. And now they don't leave me. You see my babies? That's Mummy, and that's her daughter. And they're my cats now. They're my fucking cats now. I don't know where they came from. I'm not asking no questions, but they're mine. Okay. Yard cats. Yeah, they're yard cats. They fight each other. They sleep like this, and then they'll wake up and fight each other viciously. And then they'll clean each other. It's just, the passion is out of this world. Anyways, they laid up like the yin and the yang. Aw. Yeah, I have a dog back home feeling abandoned, waiting for me to come back, and I'm here tending to cats. My divine feminine energy just can't help herself. She needs something in her bosom. Like, something needs to be nurtured. I should have many kids right now, but I'm just too frightened. Calico is supposed to be good luck too. Anyways, this fine line between giving up and cutting your losses, I feel like some of you guys are struggling to make a decision. You don't know. You're in this Two of Pentacles, Two of Swords energy. You don't know what to do because you don't know if it's giving up or if it's cutting your losses. The only way I can help you with that is cutting your losses is a reflection of self-love. It's a reflection of confidence. It's a reflection of knowing your worth and believing in the future, having faith in the future. That's how I perceive cutting your losses. Giving up, though, is actually the opposite. It's like a reflection of lack of faith in self. I can't, I'm unable, I'm incapable. Instead of instead of like honoring, like I'm cutting my losses because, you know, I cannot make myself more available to this than I already have, right? It has more of a consciousness to it. I love myself. I'm consciously aware about how this is depleting me, and I'm done, right? Giving up would be a lack of consciousness. And I feel like giving up is more not giving yourself a chance to see the potential in something. So I feel like you would have to overcome not giving up before you even got to a point of cutting your losses, like psychologically understand, like, okay, I gave up because I didn't think I was good enough. I gave up because I didn't see myself as strong enough. I didn't have the energy. I was not as strong. You get what I mean? I just feel like needing to see the difference of the energy that is fueling the decision that you're making, because either way, it looks like you guys are going to cut something or someone out. Something's done. And you were juggling whether or not you were giving up or whether or not you were cutting your losses. And I just feel like there was a need to understand the difference between the two. Like why you're making certain decisions so that you don't have to revisit them to make, because I believe that karmically we are brought around the wheel to make decisions out of a place of love, where we made decisions out of a place of lack of love of self. So if it's in relationships, you made decisions out of a lack of love and confidence in self, and now the same type of fucking relationship in some kind of different variant comes around. It's in order for you to apply a different way of thinking. Make a decision about leaving it or entering it from a place of love instead of from a place of lack. I don't have enough. Because many people end up leaving relationships because they acquired the relationship from a place of lack. Anyways, I look so I sprayed oil on my face, hot oil. I didn't dry. I was cooking and I was frying chicken, and I didn't take enough of the water out. Like I didn't dry the pot, the cast iron, enough. Oh no, I cooked an egg first, and that shit exploded with the water. It was a whole thing, and I had hot oil, and then I thought about my grandpa, and I put salt on it. And it drew it up. So even though there's like these little scars, they'll be gone in a few days. They're nothing compared to what it could have been if I didn't put salt. Anyways, sorry guys, I'm digressing. Please like the video so it circulates to the tribe. I haven't been on for a while. Some people don't even think I do tarot anymore. I'm like, no, I'm still out there. It's the lack of consistency. That is what it is. I've always been fairly consistent, even when I stopped doing the zodiac signs. I took a year off. Remember when I stopped doing the zodiac signs, I kind of took like a year off, and then when I came back, I only did the once a week. So it's just kind of that transition again, where it's been about almost a year. And I don't know how the universe is going to have me come back and in which capacity and how often, but I do feel the need to serve again, where when you don't see me, it's because I don't have a need to serve in the same way. I do it on the Patreon. That's different. We're not working through the energies the same way. I'm more sharing energies that I've channeled, understood, and processed. You resonate with it or you don't. Over on Patreon, it's more trying to work out an energy. It's a different dynamic. Patreon.com/Queen Cup. I was wondering lately where you were. So glad to see you, beautiful being. Okay, still love your messages, and the frankincense is absolutely... Yes, guys, frankincense, www.smudgealot.com. And like I said, we focus on the highest grade species, so the ones that you can eat. And you can't eat myrrh, but if you get the highest grade frankincense, which we target, from sustainable, so we do all of our fair trade, no trade, so we do fair trade, and we work with fair trade botanicals. That's who our supply chain is with. So they have blockchain, it's sustainable, they know all the villagers by name, support the communities, bring them in the climbing equipment that they need, because a lot of them are literally climbing mountains for frankincense with no equipment, and at least a couple men die a year harvesting frankincense, and they try to limit that by going in, donating the equipment, and then training them on how to use it and all that shit. So yes, very proud of the frankincense business. I love that. And yeah, feel like I haven't been here in so long. I even felt kind of nervous coming on. I was just like, the collective. I know. I'll get on more regularly. You know, the winter months, you know what it's all about in the winter time. It's not fun. And I've actually gone through a lot karmically. So I'm better understanding the karmic energies that we talked about because they're coming around again from a higher consciousness. So I'm better understanding certain experiences, why I attract certain energies, why I gravitate to certain energies. So I've just been going through a lot of that. So been in almost like a hermit mode energy. Yeah. First card out, we've got the Ace of Swords. Yeah. I know what that's about. Justice, wolf. Look at the sword in justice. I feel like a lot of the collective is ready to go into mission. Thank you guys for 444 LaShawn Stewart. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate you guys and your generosity. Some of you guys are transmuting a certain kind of pain that you experienced into a power. So the way I'm channeling it is there's some kind of darkness that you experienced that has made you, should you have done the repressed fear work and purge that, and instead of going around the fear and pretending you weren't and neglecting the fact of how afraid you still are in those memories, you went through and processed how afraid you were in some of the darkest periods of your life. This makes you fearless in a way that you are able to go places in conversations, physically in reality, mentally and emotionally, that other people are not willing to go. This makes you a very powerful healer. This makes you a very powerful expeditionist, I heard. No, that's not the right word. This is somebody like who goes on like expeditions and like adventuring. I don't know I don't know the word right. But anyways, I think you guys get the point. Sorry, I got distracted. If you're watching me on live and you're messaging me, can you stop? Because that'd be really selfish. And we gotta balance out the selflessness where you at least can wait until after the... Anyway. Oh, there's somebody cussing. Somebody's getting the shit cussed out of them. Anyways, there's an argument at the bar. You see, there's this combative, conflictive. Okay, so if you guys are going through conflict energy, because I feel like there's conflict energy on a micro and macro level. I'm referring to this on a micro level. You're being asked... Some of you guys, I'm hearing it, that's a channeled message. Some of you guys are furious and angry at somebody and going to cut somebody off because of what they lost something, they broke something, they stole something of you. It's like you've reached the point of no return. You cannot go back. You are done with them now. And you're not going to go back. Like they've crossed the line. Somebody has reached the point of no return. Like they crossed the line with you and they can't go back and say, I'm sorry. Or, you know, it's like it's past that now. Even if they are sorry, the fact of the matter is there's like there's a hit to the foundation of a relationship. Going back to what I said about being mindful of your unknown last words and last actions to people, because I was feeling that energy. Mind you, I shared on Patreon that I went through that myself already, but I was feeling people in the collective feeling really sad. Hard-working money, a bomba clad. You can hear it? Can you guys hear it? No, I don't need to move from here. I'm in like a very gated home. Like I am, I'm fine. I've got like I have like a iron wall. Like I'm just being nosy and trying to like hear what's tea. Anyway, I need a drink now. That's the justice energy. We hear the whole thing. Oh, you guys can. Yeah. Somebody is ready to draw up something for some fucking. Somebody's about to bring some justice in for themselves. It's eclipse season. It's active. Okay, here's another message. So much. The conflict energy, there's conflict energy and it's asking you to show up differently in the conflict. You are going to attract the same kind of conflict you are accustomed to. It's a reflection of your energy. You're being asked through the cognitive behavioral therapy that you worked on yourself to respond differently to conflict and instead of react. Oh yeah, I'm loud. You think I give a fuck? Straight up D. They can all hear this motherfucking reading if I'm ready. They will all know what the justice card means. Ross Clot. I love how everybody's feeling the Jamaican vibes. Ross Clot, Bridgin. You hear? Oh my god. I have literally been seeing this, man. Okay, then there's this contract energy. Oh wow, look at, there's a bunch of layoffs that are occurring. Some of you guys are going to experience a bunch of layoffs. Bunch of people looking at contracts. Some of you guys are going to get laid off. I don't feel like you're fired because I feel like you're looking at the contract, like what comes with the layoff, what your legal rights are. Some of you guys could be looking at a wrongful dismissal. You feel like you were let go wrongly, seeking a lawyer about something. There's a contract that you were given. This could be advice about going and getting somebody to look at this contract before you sign it, even if you have exposure to contracts and things like that, acknowledging you're not a lawyer and actually seeking the legal advice that it is you need before signing to anything. It's a very karmic time right now. There's a lot of contracts ending and new ones beginning, so be very conscious about the contracts you're wrapping up and why, so that you can be even more consciously aware Now the women, you see, the women start coming out and telling them to calm the fuck down. And then when the women get at it, the men come and tell us to calm the fuck down. You see how they started to kind of settle down? Because a woman went over there and told them to calm down. Show the show, he's going in NASA. I've got into physical altercations from doing that, recording other fights and then me end up getting in the fight with somebody, because now they're gonna tell me about, yo, who are you recording and what the fuck, and run me the phone, and there's no phone getting run nowhere. Oh, it's so much testosterone. Jasper, so much fucking testosterone. And then the rum. So half of them have been there since fucking 8 o'clock this morning. So at this point, they're super lit. Okay, but they're not drinking no Hennessy. They're drinking JB, like straight whites. Okay? I love it though, because I'm loud as fuck. Do you get what I mean? Like, they've all heard me cuss. They've all heard me lose my shit. It's seriously. He doesn't need to raise his voice still. Kelly, don't worry. He's upset. He's upset. He's had too much to drink. It's hot outside. And he needs to go to bed. It's bedtime. Women are singing. There's a woman who's starting to sing now. It's like... Jamaica is not a real place. I love it here. I love it here. Paradise can be dangerous though. So you better know what I do. Okay? Yeah. So if you come on the retreats, you will feel that we are highly protected. Spiritually, physically, and always. A little nap. Yeah, he needs a long nap. 80s Brooklyn and White Plains, the Bronx. I love you I love and miss you guys so much. I don't know why I stay away. And it's because I'm feeling vulnerable. That's what it is. Stop being scary. Summer said she's getting triggered by somebody feeling frightened. We're all so triggered, eh? The triggering it as at an all-time high, to the point where I just wanted to literally barricade myself alone in a room. Oh wow, look at, I just said this paint fell on the floor, barricade myself alone in the room. The triggering, 3 of Swords. Okay, this isn't funny. So some of you guys you don't know how to respond to the fear that it is you're experiencing. Some of you guys don't know how to respond to the negative emotions that you're feeling. Transmute it. That's why when you guys return to sender stuff, I'm not saying it's wrong, I look at it differently, okay? I am an energetic portal, okay? Minus my small shape, I am craven. I'm going to take that, I'm going to consume it, and then I'm going to transmute it into sheer power and greatness. So I'm not going to return to sender, okay? If you send me energy, I'm going to take it. I'm telling you that right now. That's just me. Even if I look like I don't took it, I took it. Me bumba clad tiki. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, somebody's heartbroken that somebody reneged on their contract. This is somebody really pulling back their energy and going into like a heartbreak, because I feel like it triggers somebody else's broken promise. Somebody in the current could have broke a promise to you, and it's triggering how you feel about other promises that were broken to you, that maybe your survival relied upon, your stability. Somebody could have promised to keep you safe or stable, or that this was a safe place, or this is a stable place, or this is a stable person, or whatever the case is. There was some kind of promise, or you'll be successioned. Some of you guys were promised you'd be successioned and you're going to be laid off, and it's going to trigger you so fucking badly, and you're not going to know why, because it triggers the broken promises that your inner child resonates with and goes, yeah, I remember when this promise was broken, and it could be a lot more serious than some job. Somebody could have made a promise to pick you up and they didn't, and something could have happened. Somebody could have made a promise to stay and they didn't, and you waited for them, and it affected you. I don't know. All I know is this is heartbreak over a broken promise. This is a contract. This is an agreement. There's heartbreak because this has been reneged upon. 5 of Pentacles. Justice can also be seen as injustice. Somebody feels like this is injustice, somebody changing their mind. If this is you, collective, you could really feel like you're honoring yourself and being selfish and doing what is right for you, and breaking a contract, reneging a promise you made, and dealing with feeling like you are going to have to deal with the negative emotions and feelings that somebody has about that. It's like someone's going to be hurt because they really thought. Not Instagram. I can't. I'm in the hood. Like, I'm in the hood right now. Like, and I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I wouldn't trade it for nothing. What? The hotel. I mean, it's fun, but anything longer than a week, it gets boring as fuck. You know what I mean? I wonder how many of the attendees in the nighttime. One of the sessions in the nighttime, they wanted to go down to the hood. I'm like, only Angel Gang. I'm like, we're not going down to the hood, okay? Where they want to go party and drink liquor and chill in the hood. I'm like, listen, I need to get you motherfuckers back to where you came from, just the way, if not better than you came. I ain't bringing none of you motherfuckers. I can't be real. I'm just trying to keep myself afloat, okay? I'm just joking. I'm just playing. We were just having fun. They wanted these 5 seconds of fame laughing. They don't know I'm on the internet. I'm in like a fucking barricade. They can't see me. See what else though? What else is the collective going through? It's kind of distracting. But I'm not going to get involved. I mean, like, excuse me, can you guys keep it down? I'm doing a reading on YouTube. You guys can like, share, subscribe. But like, I'm not worried about the live. Oh no, they don't. They don't give a fuck about no Bumba Clot live. Do you hear what he's like? You're not fuck nobody. You're not fuck 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, maybe I should go somewhere. Maybe the live needs to. I don't know. It's getting worse. No crutches? Okay, I feel like I have to come off the live. This is... No crutches. Instead of you get no crutches. LOL, I should not be this comfortable. This is honestly cleansing my aura. Well, you know how Angel Gang does. You know once we get together, it's a whole motherfucking vibe. Period, point blank. It don't matter whether it's here, on retreats, doesn't matter, in the fucking park. We create a vibe when we come together. That I know for sure. I've done enough of that to know that we create a wicked vibe. Our chats are wicked. No crutches. You see, you guys can't hear it. Don't come off the live. Okay, I'm here. You guys are so bossy, flower of Christ. All right, let's see what else we get. We got the 8 of Pentacles. You guys are working really hard on something. Some of you guys could be like really lost in work and you feel like you come up for air and you might go meet a friend, or some of you guys go to work and come home and you focus on this. If it is career, your career is completely consuming you at this time. Like you go home, you still work, you're consumed in the craft, in the work, in the progress, in getting it right, and doing it. It's like you don't want to take a break. 7 of Swords in reverse. Some of you guys somebody could have been lying about where they were. Somebody was not working. Or no. Sorry. 7 of Swords is in reverse and the 8 of Pentacles is upright. You could be really absorbed into work and your partner can think that you're cheating or there's an injustice going on. You just have to honor your truth and honor the compassion part that, okay, if your partner is feeling a certain kind of way, try to offer them the validation that they need. But outside of that, there's nothing you can do about that. Because I see somebody legitimately going to work, working hard, and somebody is feeling really insecure. They insist that this person is cheating on them and lying, and they're not in this message in particular. Now, if this was the other way around and this was upright and this was in reverse, this would be somebody actually lying about where they're going. They're not going to work. They're going to whatever that dark place is. Okay? But it was actually like this. Yeah. So this is somebody who is working hard and somebody's taking advantage that somebody's at work and is having an affair. Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Look at the collective with a newfound confidence here. This is really, really important. I feel like a lot of what you went through karmically was to build up your confidence. And I see this as the collective moving into a selfish energy this is balancing out the selflessness. This is you taking care, and the selfishness. Like there's a balance here between selfish and selfishness here, which makes you stand up and look really, really good. Then we've got the 7 of Cups. You guys are confused about something. Oh, look, somebody doesn't know what decision to make in love and romance. Didn't I tell you guys that these romantic partners are just a reflection of paths? You have to know where you're going and what you want. Where are you going? And then you can look at your options and see which one is in alignment to take you there, or at least position you to go there. Especially in romantic partners, you got to ask yourself where you're going. A lot of people don't ask themselves where they're going. They gravitate to who they think is going somewhere. And it looks good. Wherever they're going, it looks good. And I don't know where I'm going, but I'm just going to latch on to somebody who is going somewhere, and it looks like they're going in a direction that anybody would want to go in. No. No. Now I'm hearing, I'll take you there. I'll take you there. I'll take you there. Going to grab my smudge. Yes, guys, go smudge. Get your frankincense, get your coal. Smudge. I smudge prior to the reading and pray before I even come, and I ask permission to go live. Anytime I go live, I ask for that. I would never want to do this without them. It would be too scary. It would be too overwhelming, and I just don't think it would be as fun. Yes, I'm in Jamaica right now. Yes, Westmoreland. I'm in the neighborhood that my family grew up in. I'm listening while washing your lashes. Hey. Oh, you love my outfit? Yeah, I was supposed to go to the beach, but I ended up on live here with you. I still might go. I was going to drive around. I've been driving. I've been all independent, driving by myself and shit, and you guys will be proud of me. I am happy because, I don't know. Just doesn't mean I have beer stresses and struggles, and it doesn't mean none of that shit goes away, but there's something more balanced in the quality of life here. It's more geared toward life, you know? And being a black person living in a black nation is a completely different experience, you know? So, still go through beer trials, tribulations. Anywhere you go, you're gonna have the same, you know, yin and yang effect. But it's what, you know, pick your poison, right? So pick your poison. Pick which one. Pick. Look at you juggling. Somebody's juggling between 2 people here. Whether you're male or female, you're juggling between 2 romantic partners. And the reason why it's such a struggle is because they both reflect different realities. If you went this way, then it would reflect... If you pick this partner, it would bring you down one whole path that the other partner could never bring you down. And what you will gain and how you will grow with that partner on that path will never occur. So that's why some of you guys feel torn, because your consciousness is telling you that this is more than about the people. It's really about the path and where you're trying to go, which is why I told you confusion is an internal issue. It is not an external one. It doesn't matter how many options are presented to you. If you are sure about what you want, it will become easier to identify. When you don't know what you want, okay, let me give you an example. I'm at a vending machine. I'm starving, okay? Prior to going to the vending machine, I don't decide what I want from the vending machine, okay? And I go to the vending machine and I stand there for 20 minutes deciding if I want ketchup, sour cream, a Mr. Big Bar, or if I want the sea salt and malt Miss Vicky's. Okay, but I'm standing there for 20 minutes because I didn't know going into the vending machine that what I wanted. Now, totally different experience. I tell myself I'm hungry, I'm going to go to the vending machine and I'm going to get the Miss Vicky's sea salt and malt, and if they don't have it, I'm going to get the sour cream. Do you get where I'm... I think I'm hungry. Okay? Know what it is you want. The vending machine isn't going to tell you, take the sour cream. Vending machine is just going to show you what your options are. You would have to know what it is you want. What it is that's going to hurt your stomach. What it is that will make you feel good. That you like. Yeah, hungry and shopping isn't good. 10 of Wands. On a basic level, some of you guys have some laundry, a lot of laundry to do. For others of you, some of you guys clean for a living. And I feel like once you overcome identifying yourself on your career, you really allow for yourself to be great. Like, I'm tapping into a whole emperor, empress who, based on what they do, is fighting a paradigm about who they are and how great they are because they do this for a living. That's an illusion, man. That is a fucking illusion, man. And you learn it in a country like this. Pure royalty every day. Humble as fuck. Shower than laundry. Yes. Some of you guys, this 10 of Wands, you see how there's all these masks in there? The 10 of Wands is actually speaking about all the different versions of yourself you're burdened with because you just don't allow yourself to be your authentic self. A lot of these masks aren't who you are, they're who you think you have to be in order to survive, to fit in, to be accepted. Look at all the different versions you have to collect and hoard and hold on to just to avoid being yourself. Oh, shit. You're so unavailable. Who are you? Who can you be? Who do you allow yourself to be? Holding all that? Are you going to release the burden of all those masks, all those personas that you have to put out there and just trust that you drop them and you are your authentic self? You'll be able to adapt, survive, and move through any energy that you and the universe deem where you're meant to go. Some of you guys are burdened with the responsibilities of other people. They project them onto you. And you take them because your lack of self-worth believes that in order to be loved, I have to burden myself with what other people don't want. What are you, a fucking trash can? What are you, a storage unit? What are you, a fucking footstool? This is where you now give everybody else their baggage and say, this is for you to deal with. That's where this sort of truth comes in, because this is you creating serious boundaries. And for some of you, it's been so long. So you have so many boundaries to create with people, and you're feeling the rage, you're feeling the pressure. So some of you guys are in an energy of like, I'm uncomfortable where I'm at, but I'm highly uncomfortable about what I would have to do to get out of this energy. So that's the energy of like a rock in a hard place. Okay, so I just see that the collective is going to release some burdens, responsibilities that aren't theirs, by telling the truth to people. I don't have to do this anymore, and I'm not going to do this anymore. And that's not my problem. That's your problem. And that's not my reality. That's actually yours. And you're going to have that discussion with somebody. I'm not talking to them on your behalf. You need to tell the truth. You need to. This is where you're now taking out all the shit that you said I need to hold on in order to be valued in people's life, and giving it back because you honor yourself and you value yourself. And you don't look externally for love to compensate for where you lack in self-love anymore. Amazing. I don't even know how many lifetimes. This is what I mean. It's go time. The Wheel of Fortune means all these 10s. We have the 10 and we have the ace right here. This is where we're at. High Priestess. See this? You see this portal? The point of no return. This is where you consciously know that you're about to go through something and you ain't going back, and you're taking your last final look back, and you're saying the last words. You're speaking as if you understand that anything you say and do can be the last thing you say and do to somebody. Not because of you going, because of somebody else going. I shared on Patreon the last things I said to one of the most dearest people in my life, and how I have to live with that for the rest of my life, because they're dead now and I can't go back and say I'm sorry. The things I would have done to people who aren't here anymore. And I can't go back and say, oh, I wish I, said hi when you were trying to talk to me. Because they ended up dead now. And what am I supposed to do? Cry and mourn and show up to the funeral? No. Be careful. Be careful. Let what you do and say always have that love so you don't regret. Because I'm telling you right now, you don't regret loving people. You regret not loving them. That's the regret. Point of no return, collective. You love somebody. You're in love. Point of no return. There's no going back. You're never going to not love them. So just surrender to you loving them and the unique way that relationship is going to play out, whether it's friends, whether it's lovers, whatever. Because some of you guys are determining the different archetypes of relationship and love and how they vary. My brother really did that. He studied that a lot, and he was sharing that with me. The neighborly love, the friendship love, the spouse partner love, the different archetypes and how we can confuse them and bleed them. I thought they were done. I thought we were done with that. My peanut porridge. Take a little break. Hi everyone, please like the video so it circulates. Welcome to everybody in here. Happy Sabbath day, happy Sunday. The porridge, man. Makes the best porridge. Happy Sunday. Definitely in love. Oh, I love that. Point of no return. Don't try to fucking act because you guys get in an argument, act like you ain't in love no more. It's a lie. You're in the point of no return. You love this motherfucker. Just go ahead. I know one's mom. You regret giving your attention. I'm using the Venetian tarot, the golden Venetian tarot. Peanut porridge sounds amazing. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Thank you. Any other messages before we wrap up? Thank you, Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, and Guardian Angels for supporting this reading. Allowing me to communicate clearly. These are the last messages, right? Sila. The Tower. What was the first thing I said to you guys when I came into this reading about what's happening on a macro level? The Tower. And on the other side of the Tower is what we've been praying for the whole time, the 10 of Pentacles. This is a breakup, collective. On the other side of this breakup is the union that you seek. So understand why this would be the last karmic relationship you had in this cycle. Why it will be absolutely different next time. Because you're different and you understand why what you went through was necessary for your growth, evolution, your progression, how it prepared you for what it is you want and asked for. If you want a high-level relationship, collective, with a very concrete, solidified union, you would have to be concrete, solidified within yourself. You have to be a reflection of what it is you seek. And the people I read for are big ticket items, man. Big fucking ticket items. Like the whole world, like... It's not even just love, unconditional love with not just romantic partners, friends, family, work, like not just money, generational wealth. Like it's like big ticket items, big. So of course it's not going to be easy, collective. Okay? Okay, and then underneath the Tower, the Magician. It's part of the manifestation process. I know it's hard to imagine that a lot of what's happening is actually tethered to our manifestations. Can you believe that war, because remember, what's the opposite of war? If opposites are identical in nature and different in degree, what's the opposite of war? It's what everyone has been asking for. It's fucking peace. Right now we're on the spectrum. Right now we're on the spectrum. And I personally believe that the war we're seeing is going to crumble down, is going to literally, it's almost like a sacrifice to bring down some of the most oppressive, destructive nations on our planet. There's nowhere to hide, there's no lies. America has hid under the disguise of being a country of peace, responsible for peace, fighters and heroes of peace, and they have literally gone into nations and have done the opposite. And we now immigrate to we immigrate from our nations to this country to serve the nation that oppresses us and goes into. So really and truly, collective, if you're watching what's going on in Israel, in Gaza with the Palestinians and Israel, the U.S. is supporting that. So now you are a taxpayer contributing to the war crimes. Every single person who pays taxes in America is fueling and funding this apartheid along with Israel. I know. I had to think to myself, I started a frankincense business and incorporated it in Canada. I incorporated the frankincense business in the nation of the oppressor. So this business isn't actually supporting the nation that fuels this business. So is it really sustainable? Is it? So that's why I'm working on getting my citizenship and working my way through the diaspora so I can actually build these businesses in a nation that is going to support my freedom, my growth, my evolution, and not the war crimes and oppression of the rest of the motherfucking planet. And this is the thing with this isn't new. So if we're going to talk about that, we need to talk about how this has been a war tactic used for generations on many nations, some of which society deemed not worthy of anything. You see, and I start getting all dark with it. And I don't want to give the impression that I don't have sympathy. It's just, it stems so far. What you're seeing isn't new, it's just you're seeing it. But people tried to tell you these war crimes were going on in other you weren't hearing it, you weren't listening, you weren't impacted, they didn't look like you, they didn't live where you live. You have these notions of these other third world countries and become desensitized to what life is like over there. This has been happening, and we live the lives we live. You see, because we have to take accountability. Our laptops, our vehicles, our phones. If you knew our jewelry, the heinous crimes that went down in other countries in order for you to have that privilege, and then we stand there talking about the change that needs to occur, but we're not willing to let go of the privileges that we get living in Babylon. So what are you willing to do, collective? What are you really willing to do? Because if you want to do your part, you hate what you see, what's your part? I'm telling you right now, collective, a great start, okay, is try to sort out immigration elsewhere. Your sweat equity, your time, your work. I don't care if you work as a gas station attendant. I don't care if you serve coffee. You are a pivotal part of economy. Your sweat equity, your time, your 8 hours, 10 hours a day is pivotal for this nation to function. This nation doesn't serve you. Can't you tell? Takes your hard-earned money and uses it for the war crimes you see. And not just today, for many, many generations. So in order to really address what's occurring right now, we would have to talk about how this has occurred several times, from the French to the British to the Spanish to Israel, to all of them have taken their turn raping the motherland and the people of it. America's going to fall over this here. Everyone's going to leave. Nations like America need immigrants to survive. I'm living in a country here. If every person who isn't a Jamaican national leaves here, it won't make no difference, man. Most people here are Jamaican. Where I live, it doesn't work like that. It's built up of immigrants. And if everybody decided that they wanted to build in a nation that supports their desires, their beliefs, even if it's not your country, but you do the research and you do the travel and you do the exploration online to really ask yourself what's home to you and what nation out there reflects that. You don't have to be a politician. You don't have to be a financial analyst. You just have to do a little bit of research, a little bit of blog groups, a little bit of chatting, and some travel if you can, right? To really be able to ask that question. Many of you ended up in America not because of a decision of your own. You didn't choose. Your parents didn't choose. Make the choice. But I would choose wisely. I won't buy nothing here in Canada. I will not fucking invest in that nation because I know it's a dying stock. If Canada is a stock, it's crashing. Be the last place I would invest anything. America is about to literally experience this. It is a falling nation. And anybody who really researches, like knows politics, knows this. India is a massive player right now. They're doing the entire financial, like the entire economic structure of the world is relying on India and its technology. And, you know, America is being bullied. They said no one stays at the top forever. And I genuinely believe we're going to, everything that America has hidden is coming to light. Do you see? And this light tears the entire nation. You build a nation off of blood, lies, rape, genocide, and then try to tell everybody, come to this country because it's the land of the free. This was a straw box waiting to blow away in the wind. Straight up. Law of rhythm. What goes up must come down. I love that we use the laws. I love all the work we did with the laws. It's prophecy happening right now in front of us. What goes around comes around, the land of the slave built on blood. It doesn't even, and this idea of our land and our land, you have your culture collective, but this whole land is yours. And I know that Babylon has made you think differently, but this land is yours, you know, to call home and to explore and to go check out and to see. And yes, some of you guys might fall in love with the country that you either came from. If you move to America young, you're going to go back, you're going to fall in love, you're going to have a whole experience very similar to but this isn't where I plan to do this in other countries. It was just easier to start here. This is my heart. I've been coming here since I was 2 years old, you know, and not staying at hotels and stuff, like really being in my community. So of course, I'm always going to call this place home, but I know there's more home for me out there. I know that. The world is big enough to fit all your dreams, aspirations, desires, curiosities. Give life a chance, collective. Okay? Because there's a lot going on, but you have to look at how you fight this war. You fight it with your love, your honesty, your truth, your courage. That's why we were purging fear collective. We're going up against some darkness. A lot of people aren't going to know how to handle, and that's why I feel like we're being triggered so much right now to deal with the suppressed fear. Because if we go around acting like we're not afraid, then we don't know how to actually cope and manage when we are actually afraid. Because a lot of people go stoic. They shut down in a sense, which gives the illusion of somebody not being afraid. But their brain isn't actually functioning at its optimal level. Listen to the polarity. Cussing now. Children laughing. My parents are planning to leave America. It's a home country. Yes. Waving my flag. General energy. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap up. Thank you to everyone who joined live. Please like the video, and I will check you guys when I'm back home. I leave here in a couple of days, and once I'm back home, I'm more focused on everything work. And so we're going to be back breaking out the energies, going through this massive tower moment. Remember, this tower is associated with the magician energy and the 10 of Pentacles. These are things we've been asking and wanting for generations. And the big stuff: freedom, wealth, unconditional love, not love, unconditional love. That is that concrete that puts the building blocks of a relationship together for life. Love you guys, all right? And until the next time I see you, beautiful people, you guys already know the deal. Keep letting all beautiful parts of your amazing, powerful, unique souls live, all right? And just know I'm doing the work with you. Look at me, right? I'm out here doing the work with you. It's been so fucking karmic, even before I left. Like, it just is so karmic. And then I was out here for years talking about the karmic this, the karmic that. Listen, the fuck? I love all parts of myself. My karmic part, the divine part, the fucking inner angel, the inner demon, the inner child, the masculine, the feminine, the other parts I don't know nothing about yet. All of them. I love them all. And you guys, make sure you love yourself wholeheartedly too. Okay? Love you guys. Ciao.